Hi, this is Mr. Millay, and this is your video review for Geography. The quiz is tomorrow, Thursday, the 29th of January. Alright, some terms you need to know. Subsistence farming, that's where you only grow enough to support you and your family. You know what the caste system is. The caste system is that system in India and a lot of other places in the South Asia where everybody's born and they live in the same rigid system of social classes for their entire lives. You know what the partition was and what it was like. We read about that yesterday. You need to know what cricket is, rugby. You need to know what curry is, that spicy gravy substance that's so popular in all of South Asia. You know what the Raj was. You know what jute is. You need to know that Losar is the New Year's Day in Bhutan. You need to know what a plantation economy is. It's the exact opposite of subsistence farming. It's where you grow crops specifically to sell them. That's where you grow cash crops. You know what a Sunni Muslim is. That's the most orthodox form of Muslim. You know what an atoll is. An atoll is those basically an island with a hole in the middle of it where the ocean is. You know what Ramadan is. Khuda Eid. That is the day after Ramadan, big celebrations. Bhai Bala, you need to know what that is. That's that game of Maldives. It's kind of like capture the flag and tag, a mixture. You need to know what an entrepreneur is. That's someone who starts a business. You need to know what a microcredit is. That's a small loan. You know what Purdah is, and that is where they separate the men and the women, keep them separate, even if they're not, unless they're very close relatives. You need to know about the Eightfold Path. That is the way that you could achieve nirvana in Buddhism. We'll learn about that today. You know what Qawwali is? That is devotional singing that is done by Sufi Muslims. You know what, once again, you know curry. You need to know that Bhutan exports a lot of hydroelectricity. You need to know what things are grown in Sri Lanka. Coconuts, rubber, tea, coffee, tropical crops, all right? You need to know what Sri Lanka is. It's that little island down there. They call it India's teardrop. You know who the Dalai Lama is. That's the leader of a certain sect of Buddhism that is now hiding in Bhutan because he has been kicked out of Tibet. And he is reborn over and over again on purpose because he wants to lead his people, even though he could go on to nirvana. You need to know who is Gandhi. We talked about him a little bit, not a lot, but he is the leader of the resistance that helped free India from the British rule. You need to know why Nepal has so many tourists, and that's a pretty easy answer. It's because people want to climb Mount Everest. You need to know what is the majority religion of people in India and Nepal, and that is Hinduism. You need to know what's the majority of religion of people in Sri Lanka and Bhutan, and that is Buddhism. You need to know what is the majority religion in Pakistan, Bangladesh, and the Maldives, and that is Islam or Muslims. You need to know that over 1 billion people live in India. You need to know about the archery in Bhutan and what kind of role it plays in their society. You need to know that tourism is how most of the Maldives get their money. All right, you're going to be a question about the basics of the Eightfold Path and the Four Noble Truths. You don't have to name them all, but you have to tell me what they are and how they work. You need to tell me something that's common in both Hinduism and Buddhism. You're going to tell me about the partition, how India and Pakistan split. That's a big question worth a lot of points. And you're going to have to tell me about the life of Buddha. How he lived, what he did, and why he is so important to this history. And if you study all of those things, you will do fine on your quiz Thursday.